trying to stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you I'm on it break.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Tyquan Thornton, who's your new single-season record holder and first 2,000-yard receiver in league history. It's the Black Knights and the Monarchs on EA Sports.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Get it!
Hooker now off play action. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw is Rivers. Throw left side complete. That's sharp. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, Rivers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Ricard. will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Black Knights take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll audible to something else. They go play action. Rivers. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Rivers to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had. Thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And he's been throwing the ball up for grabs here early on. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. They'll try and rein things in a bit here as he starts again on 1st down. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Hooker to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Monarchs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, here's the option. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. And they run with Harris off the option. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's the option. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
An option handoff given to Harris. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Brings up 3rd and
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action now. Rivers. That is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Throw finding Thornton over the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
now 3rd and goal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout it, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Ball start. Offense.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Hooker. And he's going to be intercepted for the... Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
In motion left, that's Thornton.
Rivers now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. From the gun, it's Hooker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. One of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 4.
Rivers.
Downfield and caught by Thornton.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Rivers. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Out left and complete to Thornton.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look.
Come 19! Come 19! 19 Lion!
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Let's go now!
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. There he goes, right side. Joe Mixon. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. there's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Here's Rivers. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Rivers now. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On third down, Rivers. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A final shot before break. Hooker. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers, because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Harris running straight ahead. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Throwing, Hooker. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Rivers now on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rivers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Sometimes your crosses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Hooker. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be taken at the 13. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. He's going to try and do this himself. He pitches it out. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
He'll try to throw here. Rivers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Second down, Rivers. And they set up the screen to Ricard. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Check smash. Check smash.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Check. Ready. Hit.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Drew Sanders, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd down and 13. Now Hooker. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Throwing Rivers. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route.
Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Rivers to throw it. Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Now Rivers on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Again, it's Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sharp. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now they'll shift things around. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series can very well determine our outcome. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. Completes to Zacchaeus. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw, Hooker. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down.
2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Hooker. And he is caught. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Hooker now on 1st down. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down throw here. It's Hooker. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 3 from the 9. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. The first down throw here for Rivers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Rivers. And got his man complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Rivers here to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's sharp. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Rivers to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now Las Vegas down 20-10, a minute 25 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Rivers. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Hooker to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. They'll go for it. Hooker. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jair Alexander. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now an audible here into something else. Stops short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the